Hey everyone, I'm King. Welcome back to KingSpade channel. So let's talk about the ROX PC client. After a long time having urged and played by the players, ROX finally have its own version of PC client. The PC client is now available to be downloaded. You can download it at the ROX official website. So what does it mean to have the PC client? Why players often push for PC client for mobile games? Playing mobile games on a PC is possible and is becoming increasingly popular. Some games may not work well with a keyboard and mouse, while others may benefit from the larger screen and more powerful hardware of a PC. That being said, now the ROX has finally released its PC client, so let's look more into it. PCs generally have more powerful hardware compared to mobile devices. This additional processing power can translate into better graphics and smoother gameplay for games that have high requirements. However, when you look at the game setting for ROX PC client, the setting options are the same as to the mobile version. There are no additional settings that take advantage of the powerful hardware of a PC. For example, like options for higher FPS and anti-aliasing. It makes you wonder, what is the difference between the PC client and the mobile version? Now, other advanced options that typically have in the PC games that do not have in mobile games are actually covered in this PC client. For example, the option for resolution adjustment. The option is available at the game Windows setting on the PC. Players can adjust the resolution of the game to better suit their monitor's native resolution or to improve game performance by reducing the resolution. Mobile games, however, are usually designed to automatically fit the device's screen size, so there is often no option for players to manually adjust the resolution. Although usually this setting is included inside the game setting itself, it is unusual to have it externally. This kind of setting is often seen on Android emulator, which I know what you are thinking. It is looking more to like emulator than an actual PC client. Either way, the option to adjust resolution is available, and that makes it more exclusive for PC. Next, the SFX setting, which some define it as sound effect, but it can also be referred to as special effect. Now this is difficult to argue because the game has this option in the game setting, the display players and monsters special effect setting. So again, I think with the PC client, the team that make this PC client may deem that this setting is already available in the game and no other additional effect options are needed in the setting, special effect wise. So that is the game setting part. How about the game experience? Now I have been playing ROX using Android emulator from day one. I seldom play it on mobile phone, so I can only speak from the perspective of using emulator. But I do know that those who play ROX on mobile phone has been experiencing terrible frame rate drop and very lag issues, because I did experience that when I play it on the phone as well. It is a disaster playing on mobile phone for this game. Anyway, one major issue that I faced when playing ROX on emulator, well, not just for ROX but for other game as well on emulator, is there's always a freeze frame, which the game will appear stuttering or just freeze for a second. It is very unpleasant when it happened during KVM, GVG, and even during doing instance run. So with the PC client, you shouldn't be having this issue. The game should run very smoothly. This freeze frame is like the DNA for emulator. I think it will be hard for the emulator developer to take that away to fix it. For ROX PC client, I'm partially happy to say that this doesn't bother me anymore. Partially happy because the freeze frame is subtle. Not that it does not happen, but at least I can tolerate it. Maybe because I just use it for one day. The experience may be different after a few days or weeks, but for now I didn't get the freeze game yet, so I'm happy about that. Next, the PC client functionality. Alright, this is huge for me. Before the PC client is made available, I only have one wish for the PC client, that is to have the screenshot function, just like what the emulator has. And the ROX PC client actually have it. Most PC clients don't have this function. You either use the print screen button on the keyboard or the Windows Shift S shortcut key to take screenshot. Having this screenshot function is super convenient. You can instantly take a picture of when you get cards, for example. And also when someone asks for shoutout, this is more specific for me. And what's more, there is also a record function. As a content creator, I made a lot of videos. Recording the game is almost like a daily thing when playing the game. So this record function is the fast way to record the moment in the game. It also eliminates the use of a third-party software just for screen recording. Although I do not use this function as much because the recorded quality, although is high definition setting, the quality is not that good for me to use it for making a video. This is true not just for the ROX PC client but also for the other emulators as well. I still prefer to record the game using other software like OBS. That being said, all these functions are not available for a typical PC client. To have this function in ROX PC client, that is instantly make it a hybrid PC client, or you can call it emulator, because the interface and everything about it looks similar to emulator. But I'm not complaining. As long as I have the screenshot function, I am super happy about that. Now let's compare the ROX PC client PC performance as compared to the emulator or other game PC client. By other game PC client, I mean the ROX game rival, the Ragnarok Origin Global PC client. So here I open two windows at the same time, the ROO PC client and the ROX PC client. As you can see, the ROX PC client is represented as not an exe executable file extension but as VirtualBox. VirtualBox is a virtual machine software that allows you to run complete operating system as an application on your computer, which usually associate with emulator. Either way, these two terms are very technical. Some may argue that using VirtualBox interface is actually better. So as you can see, the ROX PC client do not use as much memory as to ROO PC client. VirtualBox itself doesn't need that much RAM. It uses the computer's physical RAM for virtual RAM. That is also why it consumes a little bit more CPU. Now let's compare the ROX PC client to the emulator. Here I open LD Player and the ROX PC client. What can you see? Both interfaces consume about the same CPU and RAM. Now the biggest question is the ROX PC client is the same as to the emulator? Because they use the same interface, the ROX PC client function the same as the emulator. You may want to read more as to what that means. So what do you think of the ROX PC client? I for one just want to have a free from freeze frame in the game so I can play it smoothly, and so far I don't have any complaint for it. It does not restrict my gameplay in the game. As a matter of fact, I am just happy that it have the screenshot function. Alright, that's it for this video. This time video shoutout goes to... Thank you for always supporting me and this channel. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button. And also don't forget to turn on the notification bell so you will be notified whenever I upload a new video. Thanks for watching and I'll see you on the next video. And as always, happy playing. Bye bye.